hope everybody rode that insane retracement we had. And last night we had the making a higher low all the way up until here, and then there was this pullback where they just grabbed anybody's sell stop here for the people that were long, and then they rip it up. Here's what it looks like on the 1 hour. Right here, they pull it back. About an 8 pip window there of stop hunt, and then nice explosion out of this wedge. Or a wedge is really just a reduction of volatility. But now I'm a seller. For looking for this price pulse here to complete, or not complete, actually just failed to make it up there. We already had one failure swing here. Didn't quite, well, it hit it on the price bar, but it didn't close up there. And if it comes ripping back here, I'll buy it too, because this would be the support zone, just for a scalp, looking for it to come down in and then back out. You know, this trend lines, people are counting on this channel to hold, but you know, looking at the weekly, wow, hit the target here of that low. Went screaming north last night for another, after it stopped out, after it came down here and did this stop, then it went screaming north for, oh gosh, a few pips. About 130 pips. Comes below the round handle, and then blammo. Of course, building this is getting too steep now. It's getting a little ahead of itself. You're projecting off of this to that. And then if you did this one off of the highest close, that's a little bit undoable. And so is this. So I'll be selling all the way up into here, and go just past the top of the hour. I got the jobs report coming out in the bottom of the hour. So I'll go to the half-hour chart, and you can see this trend line that's itching to break. Or this could be the next projection up to there. And then there's this ridiculous projection from here, if you're hanging off of that, to there. So if it goes for the ridiculous spike on the news, then it hits this crop of orders and comes ripping back. Same thing down here. Should probably back these up. So it might come down here on the news and then come flying back up. Yeah, everybody's got their there's always a buy and a sell. I usually trade limits. The stop entries could have stacked up stops here last night as it's drifting down, and then when it explodes up, picks me up along the way. Or you could buy at the market, or you could put a buy limit just below the support. Because if you're in a nice strong uptrend, that's typically the place where they would come back and grab everybody's stops, people that have sell stops because they're long. Okay, looks like we're running out of some fuel here now. You can always trim back. Looks like we might plunge here on the jobs report And it's not really that the jobs report's good or bad. It's just things so overbaked here to the upside. Let's thin this out and then put a pull some of these back and put them in deep, looking for the exception trade here. It doesn't let me move them. I don't know why. Probably they're about to expire. If your order's about to expire with under 15 minutes of expiration, broker's not going to let you move them. If you put a time stamp on an expiration on your order that's like 15 minutes, 5 minutes after you place it, you may not be able to move it. These, I think I just put these up here at the top. So I can still move these because I recently placed them. Okay. All right, well, this is the weekly, and that's some crazy stuff here. Filled that 200 pip hole, and that's just been an agonizing situation for the bulls, because when they got to here, they had to come all the way back before they could get enough buyers, pick up enough tickets to go through. And then this bent part here represents either a triangle or some zigzag of some magnitude on the daily. Got to zoom out to see that. But that would be this part here. So that bent part, but that was the rollover pivot from this internal bottom. This became a key point. And then when the volatility got narrow between these two, you were in a 100 pip window there. And for the trend line that you would have drawn here to say we're going to go to down, we could continue crashing into par, didn't happen. So when I went ripping through here on the daily, that was a big deal. Looking for that last push to the top to sell into that, or they're just going to rip my face off and just keep going up to this. And that's why I've got this broker doesn't start selling until we get in the nosebleeds. So every broker's got its own slightly different strategy. I used to trade them all the same, thinking, well, I'm right here, I'm going to do that there, and ended up losing and winning almost exactly across the board. It was amazing how you could subconsciously place the orders and just be up and down the same amount. You wipe out one account, you wipe out the other account. You have the same strategy. So this one, I'm trading way outside current price in both directions. This one I could probably scooch this order down a little deeper, because we can get a big backlash here on the news. But on the top side, looks like a higher probability sell to me. But I'll come back at the bottom of the hour here, see how it plays out. Okay, the bulls are doing a big rally here just before the news. So hopefully this trade will, like yesterday, just before the FOMC, get a big rally, and then the news came out, and then it pulled back. So hopefully today is going to be the same scenario. So I just put some more orders in here. They show up as these balls. I would delete everything. Just redraw that channel. You can also draw a channel that's more of an envelope on each side of the channel. So you got a little bit of a fuzzy zone. It's not a perfect, gives you a little bit of room. Okay, I got bond market's going to open up in 3 minutes here. So that's the dollar debt. Usually you get a reaction out of that. But yeah, this is a pretty dense pack of orders that spans about almost 100 pips. So I'm slightly short right now on some of these. Just got filled on one. And as usual, it's the waiting game, so I'll come back here in 2 minutes. The bonds opened up, and we got a big pullback here on the 5 minute off of that, so I just scalped that. Still waiting for one more blast up. I go through time frames here: the 5, 15, the 30, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. Yeah, it's pretty steep. But I'm looking for some up and down really hard here on the news. I got about 6 minutes for the news. I'll come back and see what's going on here, just the bottom of the hour. In the 30-second window here just before the news. So it should be pretty crazy. The spreads on this broker have already gone to 3 pips. Pretty brutal for this broker. There's three. Okay, now back to 1 pip. Okay, news in 10 seconds or 7 seconds here. So just cross your fingers. This is why I would only trade away from the market. Even if you're in the market right now, the market just moved 20 pips down. Okay, news is out. Looking for that plunge into my put an iceberg just below support. Looking for the stop hunt. And then I put them up in the nosebleed, looking for the spike up, rip back, like yesterday. So I'll come back in about top of the hour and see where we're at. Okay, we're 5 minutes into the news here. I'm breaking this trend line on this half hour. So I just put a little grid in here to capture the market as it plunges all the way back into the apex of this triangle here. Because if this thing's really going to keep going up, this would be the place to get in down here. Right here where it all started earlier. So I kind of lay a dense pack down in here, right just beyond the threshold, looking for that just mind-blowing smash. So I have to pack this up. It's too close. Yeah, here's a top here, so this makes sense for this order. And then like a zipper, if we can plunge in and then bounce out. And then we continue on a trajectory off of this. You're going to have to redraw. So this channel, you can come in here like this. As it's plunging down, well, you can kind of estimate the landing zone is probably going to be around here. And if you're Andrew's Pitchfork trader, this is the middle tine. And then here's the top. So here's the middle of the fork. Here's the pullback into this. If you're going to do the walk down in this channel. So one channel's running into the next. This is the seller's projection off of here. Just coincides to this little cradle down here. Of course, you have to wait for the market to come down in there, unfortunately. Or it just keeps tanking and blows out this support in just a nasty way. But then just beyond that is where I'd want to get in, because it's just how it kind of rolls. Okay, now I'm thinking maybe back these up just a little bit, and then I can just take a nap, come back. These are hard written, and if you come in here and throw some outlandish orders in here, like 15 pip stop right off the round handle, ridiculous. Probably won't get filled, but it's good to practice placing everything.